I owned my mistake. In
The
silence.
rapid heavy.
No juke. Nice. So
Yes.
M.I.F. Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork versus Try. Let's see. Let's look at the bans. M.I.F. banned just all armor lodges. They just said screw this.
Cerberus and Widow ban from Triumvirate, which is really, really interesting.
They must have had some sort of information based on. Actually, what did M.I.F. take before?
Yeah, the Cerberus doesn't really make sense. I mean, the Widow for E-War, I can see that. But they brought a double EOS, double Dominix, double Vexor Navy issue team, which the double EOS, I'm not too sure. I mean, maybe they're just trying to bring every single link in the book.
Yeah, all right. So MIF, last time they took the TFI team that we saw everyone take, or that's what they took yesterday, and they won versus the WeHurt initiative. Now they've got some Rattlesnake Navy Scorpion Corps with some bombers. They've actually got a bunch of bombers.
Look at that control bar. Look at the control bar fill up for Triumvirate.
Yeah, well, Tri definitely has got a bunch of control, and they have like the 2 frigate logistics, which is pretty much means you have a very high DPS team. But they're taking Dominix's. War Gods Dominix is being primaried right now, but they are trading for a MIF Basilisk, and this Dominix is actually chewing through the Basilisk pretty well. It's not tanking too well. It's got 9 ASB reload cycles, and we see that it's already gone through about 5 or 6 of them, so it's going to go down really quickly here. It's not moving. It's webbed. It's scrammed. It's going to go down.
And all morning we've talked about the ones using drones because they can only bring Tech 1. And you're seeing sentry drones. You're seeing sentry drones from all of these ships. So they try to drop sentries, and it looks like the Purifier gets zonked down by the sentries immediately, and the Basilisk tanked. War Gods is in structure.
This is definitely not good. He is not taking. These Inquisitors aren't doing too much for War God's tank.
He's pulling it back shortly. Oh, never mind. As I said, he takes another chunk out of structure.
Yeah, he is not lasting too long for this world. Try.
Well, if he can survive, if he can survive to the reload cycle only rapid heavy missile launchers, then he might have a chance. But I mean, he's clinging.
I think he's doing it. He's definitely doing it. They've killed enough. They've killed 2. Oh, no, he died. He's definitely not doing it. I got hyped for nothing. But Try decided to. They almost broke the Basilisk and then said, you know what, screw this. They got a jam cycle off on the Basilisk and just started popping bombers.
I think the mistake here for Triumvirate was they took out the Purifiers before the Hounds, and if they would have taken out the Hounds' explosive damage before the Purified's EM damage, I think they might have been able to save War God.
It's possible. So right now they're just hoping they get a good jam cycle, and they definitely got it. They're going to kill 2 more Hounds right here. They're both tackled. The Basilisk can't get any rep cycles off. Look at it. It's not getting anything. So Try still in this, definitely. They're definitely still in this. They're actually in the driver's seat right now. They're going to kill 2 more Hounds, and that's almost all of MIF's offensive capabilities gone. It looks like these Navy Scorps and Rattlesnake are reloading right now. No, they're not reloading. They're shooting.
Yeah. But I mean, the strong core of the Triumvirate team here is the frigates. So I mean, that does explain the Cerberus ban, because Cerberus will murder zone some frigates. So that's the only thing I can really. The only reason they would ban the Cerberus there was to keep the frigates alive, which we haven't seen too many Cerberuses in the first place. Typically for anti-frigate, you're going to see Tech 3 destroyers or interdictors or something.
Yeah, the Cerberus is a lot of points. That ban's a little bit strange to me, and the Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork didn't bring a Cerberus or a Widow the last time, but now, okay, this Basilisk is definitely eating it. The work that they did before, this Bassi never felt comfortable to reload his ASB, so you can see he just instantly died right afterwards. So Try could have killed it straight off early, but they decided to kill some Purifiers first. Not a bad decision. It's not a game-losing decision for them, because all the work they did on the Basilisk never felt comfortable enough to reload, so he just died anyways. So that effort still worked. And now Try looked to be cruising with Dominix's. The second showing of Dominix's we've seen. So probably the first good showing of Dominix's we've seen, because the other one was definitely just a Horde pilot throwing a Dominix into something.
I keep wrapping my mouse, wishing I could turn the camera, because I really want to see what drones like. Are they still using the sentry drones, or do they swap? Do they swap drones?
Looks like they're still using sentries, because these Dominixes aren't moving. They're just standing still, 0 speed the entire time. Well, not 0 speed, I guess. They're just. That's weird. It looks like it's 0 speed on the thing, but according to the little bar, they're actually moving. Whatever. Okay, now they're moving. Whatever. ISD's trolling me again. It's not that I'm inept. It's just that ISD is messing with me.
ISD's fault.
Yeah. So now MIF are going after these Inquisitors. but probably a little bit too little too late. These Inquisitors can definitely tank what's left of the field just between one another, and that's what you're seeing. Starfleet Commander, one of the best pilots on the team. Oh, they lost their Kitsune. As I said, they had no problem tanking anything. He loses a ship.
He died pretty quickly. And one of the big things here, guys, you did see reps get applied to the Kitsune, but because of armor reps applying the reps at the end of the cycle, unlike shield reps which apply at the beginning of the cycle, that cycle was not able to finish before the Kitsune died.
Yeah. So Kitsune's down, but whatever. Trier is still cruising this in this matchup right now. They're going after the Vulture because they were just testing the tank of the Scorpion, not getting anywhere. Now they're just going for the Vulture. They've got him pinned down. He's not able to move or blink. Though all this Footwork team is right next to each other, so they don't really care about webs or scrams. By killing the Vulture, I don't know. Oh, nice! Look at that action shot of the Dami just bumping the Scorpion away.
That's the best camera work we've seen all day.
Yep, that was good. And the Vulture.
What's interesting is they did, even though they're point blank range now with the Dominix, is they aren't dropping new drones. Like it looks like they probably don't have heavies. Maybe they went complete sentry loadout, 3 sets of sentries.
Yeah, from this camera angle, you can see just this swarm of static sentry drones just sitting about 60 from the arena center, and the M.I.F team is just sitting at the arena center. So those guys just are sitting at optimal of the drones, doing whatever it is they do, and these Inquisitors are able to tank the rest of the damage for real this time, while these Navy Scorpions are on reload for both their ASB, if they have any, which they definitely do, and for their rapid heavies are also on reload. So poor M.I.F. going down to the losers bracket. No shame. Tri is one of the stronger teams in the tournament, I think. And since this is over, we can swap back to the losers bracket between Dreamfleet and Nerfed Alliance go away. I said there are going to be some insane teams being fielded, and nothing's that insane, actually.
Well, it's different. I mean, you have the Typhoon Sleipnirs, but they replaced the Barghests in this setup with Typhoons, Fleet Typhoons.
Okay. That works.
I guess. Sure.
Shield Fleet Typhoons, that's kind of wild. They're not going too fast, so they're not nano-y fit, but whatever. They probably got a lot of low slots for extra damage.
You see a lot of nukes being spread across the field as well from the Armageddon here. Looks like they've got damage on the Blackbird. The reps aren't able, or maybe the reps pulling back. He did drop really low for a second there.
But Dreamfleet, look at this control bar. Not only is it a massive control bar, but it's all filled. And it's part of it's from the Armageddon, obviously because of the heavy newts, but a lot of it's from this Blackbird. And you can see the Blackbird are applying their jams pretty pointedly. They're just trying to jam the damage of the Naga team, just jamming at the Fleet Typhoons, not worried too much about anything else.
Yeah.
And let's see,
well, they do have the two Griffins for Nerfed Alliance go away, and you see jams applied directly to the Legion. You're not seeing jams on anything else besides the Legion here. I think
it
one
looks
of the Griffins
like
might be jammed out.
Judging by the control bar, it looks like one of the Griffins, as you said, is jammed out. But the Naga team is saying, you know what? The biggest threat on the Dreamfleet side is this Legion. Let's just jam it out. Mm-hmm. So that's what they're focusing all their efforts on. So Dreamfleet's applying all their damage and all their jams and all their newts really well. And the Naga's just like, you know what? I want this one guy gone. And they're just focusing everything on that.
Yeah, whereas Dreamfleet on the other side is making no attempts to jam the Basilisk at all, just saying, whatever, you can rep, we don't care. And we see the Executioner for Nerf Alliance go away, entering armor, wow, and then instantly all the shield.
Yeah, that's a shield Executioner. It's something you don't see very often either. I don't know why you do that. You can just take a Punisher or just a Merlin instead, but whatever. Shield Executioner.
And as you guys just saw, guys, you saw the Executioner. As soon as that shield icon applied, or shield rep applied, it instantly popped him up to full shields. So that's a really, really big thing, especially in Fleet Warfare and TQ, is shield versus armor. When you're looking at doctrines, this is what you want to bring early reps or late reps.
Alright, and so Dreamfleet is now spreading more of their jams across more of the targets. It looks like, based on the control bar, both of these Griffins are permanently jammed by the Dreamfleet Blackbirds. Kind of an interesting thing. Griffins versus Blackbirds, things we don't generally see in the Alliance tournament too much, as we were talking about earlier, because of the dice roll of ECM. But the Blackbirds are for sure winning this jam war. And let's see who. Oh, it looks like the Bassi is under too much cap pressure, or this Hawk is caught out of position. So the Hawk from Naga looks like it's going to go away. It's not getting any reps at all, and it's down.
Wow.
So is it a matter of the Basilisk being out of being farther away, and the Hawk being out of position, or what? It's hard to tell.
I think honestly, he probably doesn't have enough targets locked, or he doesn't have enough, not able to lock enough targets to keep everything locked up, and they're able to nuke these.
This other Hawk from Naga is going down too without any reps at all. This Bassie's not being able to do anything,
and we can't see the range of the Basilisk. So I mean, it could be a range issue. Wow, he just died so quickly.
Yeah, it was insane. He was tanking so well for the entire match, and then it instantly dies. Maybe this Basilisk is under a little bit of pressure from... There were newts on it earlier in the day, earlier in the match, not so much now, but maybe it just got capped out. Okay, here's another theory that I have. The Basilisk is just fixated on this Executioner, making sure he doesn't die. Because right now the Executioner is getting some reps without getting shot at. And
I'm looking now. I don't actually see the Basilisk in the blob of their group. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, he's right in the middle. He's getting cap transferred by the Typhoon fleet issues. So
yeah, so he shouldn't have been a cap issue. It must have been a locked target issue, which in that case then he should have instantly locked up the second Hawk. As soon as that first Hawk died, he should have started locking the second Hawk because they would have immediately started shooting it, or at least that's what he should have known.
All right, so these Griffins, one of these Griffins has a lock again, and it's jamming or trying to jam the Legion, and it's very smartly trying to jam the Blackbird as well. It definitely looks like it missed the jams on the Blackbird because the Dream Fleet team is able to apply its full control bar 100%, so every jam is being applied. And oh, Shield Executioner, are you gonna do it? Yeah, Shield Executioner is fine, guys. Hawks can't tank. Shield Executioner.
The linchpin of this setup, the Shield Executioner.
Weird shit's going down for sure, as we expected. Dream Fleet is winning on points with 3 minutes left. Naga's gotta make a decision soon. They've got to do something different. They can't just hope and pray that this Legion is gonna get jammed, because that's essentially what their play is right now. Their play is just to hope that the Legion gets jammed and then they can shoot 2 ships and win. But I don't know. That doesn't seem like a winning strategy. They've got a lot of damage, like potential damage.
And I saw someone asking in chat, guys, the jammed icon does not mean it's jammed. It means that there is attempt for a jam. The math involved with jams, I believe, is sensor strength divided by jam strength times 100 is what it is the formula.
Yeah. So that's how it scales. So there is
some RNG involved. It's percentage based, guys. So there is no guaranteed jams here. And,
but with the control bar, you can kind of gauge a little bit of what's going on, of who is jammed. So we can say that right now Dream Fleet has jammed out these Griffins, or one of these Griffins, successfully because Naga's control bar is only half filled and they only have 2 Griffins. So one of the Griffins is doing stuff, the other isn't. Executioner, Shield Executioner, are you gonna make it? No, the Sleipnir's getting reps.
Where's he getting the armor reps from? Drones, maybe?
He was a dual tank, the Shield Executioner. But disaster for the Naga team.
Executioner dead.
Yeah, I don't know how they can go on now with their morale down, but it looks like Naga is still having a hard time choosing what target they want to go for. They haven't once shot at this Legion, which is 0 speed. It is their logistic ship and probably will have a pretty sizable tank. Okay, here's what their play is. They're going for bumps. Very, very smart move. Desperation bumps. You can see the red guys are bumping into the blue guys and trying to bounce them off. And they've actually bounced this Legion outside of the blob a little bit. Not enough, because he's moving back in now. But if they can get another 1 or 2 bumps, which they're not lining up for, unfortunately. Just one very progressive Naga pilot went for the bump. I wish we could see the name so we could give him his due props. But that's another tactic you can do against the Tinker, or close range.
We saw it yesterday. Armageddon was able to bump the Tinker out.
Okay, so it was Dr. Iha Big. Mm-hmm. We'll give him his props. He went for the bounce or for the bump, and he landed a perfect one. What? A Blackbird just died. I was trying to look at this guy's name, and a Blackbird just vanished. So
that's a pretty big deal. You instantly see the
maybe they got a jam off on the Legion after all. Okay, no jam off on the Legion. Oh, this is crazy. If they can kill another Blackbird in this 10 seconds, then they win the match. It's 6 points. They've got 8 seconds to kill this Blackbird. Blackbird's not breaking, unfortunately for them. Yeah. Well, maybe 5-4-3. That's gonna be close.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Close
Not
enough.
gonna happen.
If they had another couple seconds, I think they could have done it. That is brutal way to go out.
Yeah, that's like Elise just said, guys. The sad part about this is Naga is now out of the tournament because they lower points than Dreamfleet. Dreamfleet will continue on to the next stage. Sorry, Naga. That's such a horrible way to go out, like you said. And the Blackbird did die.
If their Hawks alive, which by all means they should have, because they kept an Executioner alive, then they would have won. And they finally killed the Blackbird after time expired.
It was about 15 seconds after.
15, 20 seconds, they would have won. Oh my god. Torment hopes and dreams down to a couple seconds. That's brutal. And
Naga, please.
Naga, please, indeed.
Oh.
And now we're on to the 1 hour break.
1 hour break?
The matches, or a 40-minute break, I guess.
Since when do they take breaks in Iceland? Actually, they have more holidays than I know of any other country having, to be honest.
It's the pixies or whatever, the fairies, the elves. That's what they believe in. The elves make them take vacation.
Does that mean that we take a break too? Do we just throw up?
I think we're on break for half an hour now.
Throw up the splash screen, take a break?
Yeah, classic break. I'll grab some footage.
Sweet.
I'll come back, and if you've got questions, just spam them relentlessly in chat. And eventually we'll see it.
Eventually someone will see them.
Yeah, and then we can talk about it.
Alright.
Anyway, so I'll be back in like 10 minutes or so.
I'll grab a drink and I'll be back too. 17:20. Let's see, Eve time, guys. Eve time right now is 16:36 Eve time. Match is supposed to start again according to Balding Altar 17:20. So we have about 40 minutes. Till the next match starts. Elise went to get a drink. I will probably try to jump out real quick and grab a drink as well. Maybe a little bit of snack. Don't hate on my MS Paint, please. No hate on MS Paint. I'm not as good at the Big Red Boat, but it'll have to do. Okay, I lied, guys. According to the mainstream chat, the Alliance tournament will be back at 1700 with Nulli Secunda versus Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork. So 1700, guys. We have 24 minutes. 24 minutes. If you have any questions for me, just go ahead and drop them in chat. Pap while we wait. No paps, no paps.
And something I overlooked before, Devil's Warriors actually did bring maybe Dominix's, so, which probably I think is why they were in the losers bracket. So.
Man, did I ever tell you guys how many times we've won the Alliance tournament? We've won it like 4 times.
Yeah, but didn't you get knocked out of the tournament by Nulli last year?
Damn.
D-Bags, why are Armor Tinkers not used nearly as much as Shield? Because right now the Rapid Heavy Missile Launchers are making a really strong showing in the tournament, which are typically when we fit on shield ships. You do have the Fleet Typhoons, which are going to be armor tanked with the Rapid Heavies. So that's the primary reason. And you also have to look at the shield reps apply at the beginning of the cycle compared to the end of the cycle, which can be a benefit as well. Okay. crap, dude. No problem, man. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but the problem is I overslept, and then it didn't happen. Or else we would have been streaming yesterday and today. So doing it today, and then next week they are doing the live studio with commentary. Going to Vegas this year? Of course, bam. Freaking love Vegas. Vegas is awesome. I need to try to make it down to EDU one year, but I'm broke, and flying to Australia is a really, really long plane trip. But I'll try if I can get money. Or someone else pay for it. I may go to EDU. Are faction mind links allowed? I'm actually not sure about that. I know the regular mind links are allowed. Elise would know. Rules. Mind links. Hidden restrictions. Yep, faction mind links are allowed, guys. Faction mind links are allowed. Just looked. I will actually paste you the rules as well into chat. There you go. That last fight. That last fight with the Griffins. Yeah, I knew the Tech 2 or all the regular links were. I wasn't sure if the faction was or not. Man, that Jita cam. So I guess the next match, like I said, is going to be Nulli Secunda versus Inappropriate Footwork. Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork, sorry. Wrong stream. Sorry, Brian. There, I guess because it has been weeks, Eric, buddy. It has been weeks. Actually, I haven't done proper fleet commentary. For probably a month and 2 months, maybe 3 months, because there has been like a real fleet fight in that long. The last time I streamed fleet combat was whenever I led the fleet down Aquarius, and we had that big brawl with lots of caps. No problem, shop. I'm glad you enjoy it. Hope you all enjoy the stream today. Like I said, Elise and I will be commentating the rest of the matches here today. I know the only thing that we might possibly run into is a slight time constraint around 3 p.m. Eastern. There is another stream that comes on this channel at 3 p.m. That we'll have to go off for. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably swap to a different channel. We'll swap to my personal channel instead. That way we can still commentate. Because I think the last match is around 3 anyways. We'll have to see, because Elise did mention that he might have to go AFK at some point this afternoon. So, it is a mystery. Last important question: how's my beard doing? It's doing amazing, man. It's actually really long right now, compared to the way I normally keep it. And I always think about keeping it or getting it longer, and actually letting it grow out, but then I always trim it. So, as why are Goons not fighting in this Alliance tournament? Kool-Aid, Goons applied and they did not make it into the first drawing, and we decided not to pay the inordinate amount of Plex to get in with Plex. But we had fully intended on doing like a serious business team this year if we made it in. I think I've got a picture of me and Elise at a Las Vegas nightclub somewhere. Why are we here? Right now, the Icelandic people are taking a small lunch break. They're probably eating some pizza, and then they'll be back. How much Plex is it? It depends. It depends on the people also bidding on slots. There was a huge amount of Plex into it this year. Our armor resist better than a shield. Actually, I think it's different. 'Cause typically, you see higher shield resist than armor resist. Like at least on super capitals. At least on super capitals, a lot of times you'll have higher shield resist. But and tournament it depends. It depends on the ship because like you have Mimitar ships, they have great EM resist. Like Tech 2 ships, that is great EM resist, great like Omni resist on the Mimitar ships. When is there going to be a PL versus Goon Rocket League tourney? I don't know. We can probably arrange that. I can get my Rocket League on, or Duck Game tournament. Rocket League or Duck Game. Maybe we'll do a best of 3. First game's Rocket League, second game Duck Game. Actually, Kalen, Asher Alias really wanted to run a tournament this year. Run the tournament team this year. Tess wants in on this Rocket League. Guys, the next Sob War will be decided by who can hit more goals than the other people in the Rocket League. And Fozzie Sav is the 80s Large PvP. No, Grath, I haven't seen it yet, but anything involving Jeff is going to be hilarious, so that's good. Lazo, it's really good. I turned my cam on, but I'm not wearing pants. I'm still sitting here in my boxers from waking up. Jeff screaming for 3 hours like a Brazilian soccer announcer. Jeff's amazing. Not even words, just yelling. So aggressive. I'm really hungry. I had this awesome plan this morning, guys. I set my alarm for 8 a.m. and this tournament started at 10. I said at 8 a.m. I was gonna get up. I was gonna cook me some bacon and eggs and do like a big proper breakfast. And then my alarm went off at 8. I hit the snooze button, and then I woke up at 9:55 when Elise texted me, and yeah. So now I'm here. There was no big breakfast, and I'm starving. Yeah, Nalio. Like I said, Elise and I were supposed to be commentating the entire weekend, but I overslept yesterday. Apparently it's a common theme with me on weekends. Instead of taking a break, I blabber here. I know. Like Laz could land on my wife. Harriet, that hurts the feelings, man. My waifu is ashamed. Pizza here takes an hour to deliver or something like that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I need to reposition my mic. Like I use a Blue Yeti microphone and it's on a boom, and so that it doesn't block my screens, I have it literally reaching over the top of my monitors. And I need to move it. I need to move need to move the things.
Now to see if Laz left the audio on and if I can talk to dudes.
Yes, you can.
Oh, nice. I'm so good.
I went to go get food and something to drink, and I just been sitting here talking in chat.
Nice.
So you're in charge now.
Nice.
Leave it in your hands. I'm gonna get something to drink.
All right. Let's talk about stuff, stream. So, stream, what's your favorite match so far? My match so far. That was my favorite. Probably still the Razor team, because it lost, but it was one of the most innovative teams ever. Well, it was one of the most hilarious teams ever. They were all hull tanked, and they all had remote hull transfers, because there's no limit on remote hull reps. Whoa, whoa. New York pizza is definitely the real pizza. I don't know what kind of pizza. You're from Chicago, aren't you? Well, Hobo Crunch, it's just rude. Yeah, Warlord's looking really strong. Camel looking really strong as well. Fielding essentially the same teams. Whoa, Chicago pizza better than any other pizza? No, you're insane. You've got actual problems. Pizza, not looking so strong, Capco, I don't think. Maybe they'll look strong against Horde, but I believe Horde will be victorious.
You know, I still haven't gone AFK yet. I just gotta say that Savannah, Georgia pizza is probably better than all of your other shitty pizzas.
Yeah, well, you just probably copy like New York pizza and then just put like fried chicken on it or something.
I'm ordering a pizza from Domino's right now.
Classic. Yep. Chicago pizza isn't pizza, it's just a casserole. Yeah, I agree with that. Wow, XX Grath Telkin XX is just throwing shade everywhere. He's saying my alliance is trash. It feels bad. We raw pizza? That doesn't sound real. There's apparently an Atlanta meetup somewhere. Some eventually for Eve. Where you going?
Everyone's looking at me to do a Atlanta or Savannah meetup, and I just haven't taken the time to actually look at planning.
Well, there already is an Eve, an Atlanta one.
Is there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Are you looking for it right now? Oh, isn't there like a website for this shit?
Yeah, it's like evemeet.net or something.
Eve Meet. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, the 12th of September. So.
I guess I'll have to drive to Atlanta for that.
There you go.
Wait, you said 12th of September?
Yeah, so in like a month.
Yeah, I was gonna say because TwitchCon's in September, but I think it's the 22nd. Who's hosting the Atlanta meetup?
I don't know. How do I find that information out?
It's well, have you scrolled at the bottom actually there? Eve Atlanta. We're giving a shot at the first ever Atlanta meet. This is the first time will be more of a bar hop type event, but CCP has already volunteered to bring the VR headset so we can try the new Gunjack game.
Well, there you go. You can try a mobile game.
EveAtlanta.com. I played it at FanFest. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Gunjack actually was one of the better EVR things they had.
EveAtlanta.com and not found. All right, I got hazed.
Venue is Neighbors Pub, located in Virginia Highlands.
Do you go there all the time?
I don't know. I'm looking at it.
I bet you go there all the time. Is that the place?
I don't. It's like a 4-hour drive for me to get to Atlanta.
Yeah, you go there all the time. You go there every weekend. I'm sure. I'm sure that's your like.
I'm actually there right now. I'm sitting there.
Yeah. It's like Cheers. Everyone goes in there like, "Hey, you're Laz. We know you. You're the cool guy." But karaoke. All right, I'm down.
Look at people getting muted all over the place. Eve Atlanta. Okay, it's everyone linking. Eve Atlanta. Yeah, it looks like it could be interesting. If other people are going, then I'll go. I just want to walk in and be like one of 3 Eve nerds that show up to this thing. What's up, guys?
Here's what you do. You just go in, right? And you just pretend like you're just drinking beer or whatever at the bar. And if it looks like a bunch of happening stuff is going on, then you just be like, "Hey, I came here for the Eve thing too."
You might be able to pull that off. Well, actually, no. Your face is pretty public as well.
No. I'm not a classy streamer like some people.
Yeah, but you've been in the Alliance tournament and all that stuff.
Yeah.
From the CSM videos and all that. All the good stuff.
Let's see if there's any good Reddit comments.
RSVP. Let's see. When's the 12th? Let me look. 12th is what?
Bet you it's like a Friday.
It is a Saturday.
All right, Saturday in Atlanta sounds fun.
Maybe I'll drive up there on a Friday and hang out with Syndra. Syndra. RSVP. Field march with a asterisk are required in-game name. Laz. Use my full name. Fuck you guys.
You should just mark it down as the Mittani, then everyone will go there.
Sure. Elise Randolph.
No. It's a bit far for me. I didn't realize even New England was so close to me.
You didn't go? It looked like a fun. Like Steve was there. Vinny was there.
It's like you go camping and there's like this barn and someone makes pancakes on the grill. Like,
There's lots of
not
guns
my
there
life.
too.
That's definitely not my life. I
What?
don't say.
You don't do guns?
No. I mean, I'm not afraid of them or against them. I just don't do them. I bet you it was fun though. Oh, I should go next year since it's so close.
Yeah, their big spiel is largest non-CCP ran event, which I guess that's true now that CCP runs Vegas.
Oh, you know what we can do? We can look at people's fits and judge them.
Look frown upon them.
Yeah, let's just be judgmental. I'll throw the link, the Ezekiel link for the tournament system.
Look at them unapprovingly.
Yeah. That's totally the link, right?
Put the official waiting screen on. the official waiting screen. This one right here. People were saying that the brightness of it was hurting their eyes, so that's why I was running.
It's just because it's too majestic, and just people have to brace themselves for it.
They can't see through the tears of how beautiful it is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely beautiful. There's no. Has anyone fielded tournament ships yet? Yes. 2 teams have fielded tournament ships. Both teams fielded Malices. All right, Nulli versus Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork. This is going to be.
Starting? Starting?
Looks like it's
It is.
starting.
Oh, where's my? Oh shit! Where's my OBS? Turn off.
We just have a cool stream. Don't worry.
All right, we no skin.
So Nulli has banned Blackbird Kitsune,
A lot of Ewar bans this tournament.
and Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork, who I confused with M.I.F. before. I think they have the same name. They're just one calls themselves Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork, the other one calls themselves M.I.F. They banned Tengu Scimitar. So one banned Shield Logi, one banned just ECM essentially. So Nulli taking the Fleet Typhoons. A little bit of a different spin on it. They don't have any bombers or anything.
Yep.
They
We
just
also
have,
have the other match. Literally just started at the same time.
Oh, which one's going to be better?
I'm looking now. So the other one is that if they quickly get Fleet Typhoons on one side and Rattlesnakes on the other. They look both equally.
Nulli is the better team here. I think
Nulli's
Nulli's going against Bargus and stuff, so I think they're going to win this one
You
easily.
can just stay with the winners bracket.
Yeah,
bracket
let's
stream.
just keep an eye on the winners, because they've gone this far. So, yes,
They
Nulli,
made it so far past the first day.
yeah, they earned this, right? So the Nulli team is actually the Hydra team, or not the Hydra team, the Hun team, just with extra Nulli pilots. And actions are getting started, and you can see a lot of damage being taken by everyone. Everyone's in shields on the Nulli team, but they're an armor team, so they don't care too much. Whoa, never mind. Justice for Hungary is eating it right now. His Typhoon is not tanking at all, and this is not a structured tank Typhoon. This is definitely an armor Typhoon, getting armor reps from the Oneros, and he is just going straight through. He's eating structure right now, and if he goes down, this is a huge amount of their attack bar that's going to go down with it.
Literally, all he has to do is survive long enough for that Barghest reload, and that's if
He's
they're
not going to
using
do it.
rapid
He's going
heavies.
to die. He's dead. Nulli
Well-
lose to M.I.F. first blood, and they trade a Fleet Typhoon for a Purifier. But they also gain the positional advantage, and they have tackled the Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork's Basilisk, which is also eating it right now. So
Yeah, if this Basilisk dies, that's complete flip of scales. I mean, losing the Fleet Typhoon DPS is a big thing, but if they're still able to punch through this Basilisk, that's
yeah,
a
and
big
that
deal.
Basilisk is down. Okay, wow. So they traded their Fleet Typhoon for positional advantage, and jeez.
I think we picked the right match to watch.
Yeah, they definitely made the best of that trade. It looked really bad from the onset, but because you can't see the camera too well, it was actually a really amazing trade. And right now, the Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork team has no idea what to do. They're kind of just shooting a little bit of everything. They're shooting a Malediction. They're painting a Foon. They're shooting a Confessor. They're putting some damage on a Heretic. They're just doing a little bit of everything while their Bargets are in reload right now.
Yeah, and what you guys saw there really with that Fleet Typhoon dying so quickly, guys, is those 4 stealth bombers put out a ton of damage with those torpedoes, and that's why the Typhoon melted so quickly. So after the Basilisk side, you saw them immediately swap DPS to the stealth bombers to remove that threat off the field.
Yep, and going for that Basilisk was a big trade, a good trade. So the Nulli Secunda team, they've got these Steeples, a Confessor, a Hecate, a Tyrannus, and 2 Maledictions. So they have a lot of tackle. So they were able to get all up in the grill of the Bassi, and the Fleet Typhoons were able to apply their damage onto the Basilisk without having to wander over there, which is sort of the drawback that we saw from the Vindicator and the Balgorn team earlier. Like, they had to move over to apply their damage. Let's see what's going on now. Okay, M.I.F. have one of their Bargas tackled by... Oh, it's tackled by a Foon. How'd that happen? That's just not supposed to happen. I figured maybe one of the Maledictions caught it, but nope, definitely... Okay, yeah, Malediction caught it as well, and the Foon just wandered up to nude it down. Alright.
The Barcast is a little bit more nimble for a battleship because it is part of the Immortus line, but not nimble enough apparently.
Yeah, no, I mean, neither of these Bargas are micro juggling around too much. They're not in a kite sort of orientation, even though they have no low slots for tank. Like, their low slots are not really being used for tanks, just damage. So Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork trying to make the best of a bad situation, and they're going for... They were shooting the Oneros for a while. They're nuding it out, probably with these Hawks, which one M.I.F. Hawk just vanished instantly, taking no damage. GG.
Wow. Yep. So these Fleet Typhoons and the DPS should be able to chew through these Barghest once their ASBs are off reload cycle, once they start focusing them. This match is pretty much over. I think we're going to swap over to the next stream, and since it looks
Let's
like
do it. Good job to Nulli Secunda.
Yeah, that trade though, that trade at the beginning was, whew.
That was pretty grim. And now we have a similar trade going on right now. The WeHurt Initiative have tackled that Escalated Quickly's Guardian. It took a few minutes to get here while we were watching another match. The Guardian is pretty well tackled. It's got, looks like a little bit of local reps. And are those rep bots on them?
Yeah,
maybe?
they are rep
Like
bots.
2 or 3 rep bots on them, so not too many rep bots to speak of. So this Escalated Quickly Guardian will go down.
He's
And
slowly bleeding structure on my screen. I don't know if you see
not a
him already
good
dead.
trade for them. The WeHurt still have 2 rattlesnakes up and their scimitar, even though their scimitar is tackled. So that escalated quickly.
This Guardian's pulling back health though. This Guardian's not
Yeah,
down for the
okay.
count yet.
It looks like maybe this Guardian's just baiting a little bit. He's got an active tank and some rep bots. Maybe someone threw more rep bots out. These Fleet Typhoons do have a pretty big drone bay. So maybe that's what they're doing with their drones. Okay,
Yeah.
as we say that, he's eating it. Oh,
And
Oh, he's
they do have
still
new pressure
tanking.
on the Scimitar. Scimitar is slipping into armor.
good catch. Good
Yep.
catch. That
The
escalated
scimitar's
swapped over to the
dying.
scimitar, and it's dead.
Wow!
Just lost their scimitar, and the Guardian is still up.
This
The
is
guard.
a
Okay, now the
complete
Guardian
flop.
died. Okay, so they did a Logi trade. Goodness, this is actually a very, very similar matchup right now with what's left on the field. 2 Fleet Typhoons versus 2 Rattlesnakes. Probably the edge to the Rattlesnakes a
Yeah,
little
the edge
bit.
is definitely the Rattlesnake. The Rattlesnake's going to be able to pack a little bit more of a tank, I think. And they still have the Stealth Bombers live. I think the Stealth Bombers are going to bring a huge punch to the DPS-wise.
Oh, it's true. These heretics. Okay, the WeHurt Initiative making a very, very smart call, killing these heretics because they accept the fact that these heretics, without logic, can just murder zone their purifiers and things. So heretic versus heretic brawl going down. That escalated quickly, lost all of it, and now they're focusing on the Ashimu, while that escalated quickly is focusing on the WeHurt's Rattlesnake of Sardcade. Sardcade is tanking like a boss, though.
Sardcade's a hero. One of my favorite streamers to watch, actually, whenever I'm not streaming Eve. Yeah, that was like you said, a really good choice there to go ahead and wipe out those heretics to keep those purifiers alive. Purifiers pack quite a bit of punch versus these Typhoons. And I think that was just really well played overall. I did not expect the Scimitar trade coming so quickly.
Yeah, that was really well done. Like that escalated quickly. They had the right idea. They tanked their Guardian for a very long time. It looks, from what we're seeing now, we don't see the kill mayor or anything, but it looks like that Guardian was in fact bait fit, and they were hoping people would shoot the Guardian because it lasted for so long. And while people were focusing on the Guardian, that escalated quickly, was able to tackle the Scimitar and just nuke it down in like, I don't know, 10 seconds, 20 seconds? That was insane.
No. And looking at the bans, like someone mentioned in chat, we see a Cerberus and Orthrus ban. Like I said, the Cerberus and Orthrus excel extremely well at killing frigates. That's really the only reason I see them bringing them. But to dedicate 2 of your bans to them, I don't know if that's.
I don't
worth
think
it.
we've seen either a Cerberus or an Orthrus so far this Landstorm. Maybe we've seen 1 or 2, but haven't seen too many of them. But they are good at killing frigates. That is true. As WeHurt now clean up what's left of the that escalated quickly team. WeHurt, part of the WeHurt's a bunch of good bunch of streamers, so it's nice to see them not eliminated so far. I imagine if you look on Twitch, you can see them streaming this match.
Yep,
even.
Sarcade is live right now streaming.
Yep, so you can see it from his perspective, or you can watch the replay from his perspective, and maybe sort of see what goes in when you're flying in the Alliance Tournament. If you haven't flown an Alliance Tournament team before, it's definitely very interesting because it's so far removed from the general TQ PvP that we get all the time. Meanwhile, if we just look back at the Nulli team, the Nulli match is still going.
Is it still going? Let me
Somehow
swap.
it's still going. There's not much left for the Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork, though.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of having to shoot through these ASBs, and the extra large ASB is quite a good repair module.
Yeah.
And the Vulture will take a little bit of time to go through. Wow. I can't believe this match is still going.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And they didn't actually kill anything in that meantime while they were alive, but I mean, sometimes you live to win. Maybe you live for a little bit of respect. Maybe just maybe they want to keep their Barghists, even though as far as faction battleships go, they're pretty much really cheap.
And we were pretty worried there. Once that Fleet Typhoon died, if they didn't immediately follow up with that Basilisk skill, I think this match would have gone completely the opposite direction.
Yeah, absolutely. If Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork were able to protect their Basilisk more, they had this one in the bag. But Nulli, the Hun team, they're pretty strong. They know what they're doing. They said, you know what? We might lose this Fleet Typhoon, but we're going to make sure we don't lose another ship right after that. And they protected their Logi. They put it in a good position. They moved their support around in such a way that they were able to catch and pin down the M.I.F. Basilisk really quickly. So props to them, showing what a good tournament team does and can do.
Yep. Yeah, so WeHurt Initiative does move on to the next round. The team they're facing against, which I don't remember the name of now, who did they just fight against, will be dropped out of the tournament. So once I find their name, I'll tell you their name.
That escalated quickly.
Sorry. Is now out of the tournament. And also Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork now drops down to the loser's bracket, whereas Nulli Secunda will stay in the winner's bracket and move forward to their next match.